Hey guys, Antfordum here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. And today we're going to be doing something pretty cool with 64 gigabytes of RAM, 48 of which are allocated to Minecraft, even though it only shows 44 on the top right of the screen. Not really too sure why that is. But anyways, today we're going to be seeing the types of TNT explosions we can pull off with 64 gigs of RAM and not have Minecraft crash. And I feel like I have just flown into the perfect spot to actually run this little experiment, because there's like this valley here that will like perfectly fit my TNT sort of cubes that I want to generate and mess around with this. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do our TNT explosions from right here. If you guys want to see, there you go. But anyways, so in Minecraft 1.8 you can use the fill command to create these cubes of whatever material that you want. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be running this fill command in order to fill in areas above me with TNT. So as you can see, we have ourselves a 7x7 cube here of TNT. I think it's 7 high as well. Yup. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty cool, and we're just gonna start setting a whole bunch of these off just to see how the computer will handle this and how the RAM usage will either spike or not spike, just sort of as a curiosity experiment. So anyways, I think what we're gonna do here is you know what, I need to summon more cows here, because as you guys probably know, like from the old school days of me or even current days, I don't like cows very much, you know, more especially in the old days because their noises were just really terrible. But yeah, let me go ahead and let me actually turn friendly creature sounds on as well so that you guys can experience this. It was off for a different project that I was working on. But anyways, okay, now cows, I'm so sorry, but you need to die, okay? So this is gonna be a 7x7x7 cube explosion of TNT. Yeah. Like it's nothing, okay? That my computer just didn't even sweat at that at all. So anyways, what I'm gonna do now is actually, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a game rule where tile drops don't happen. So do tile drops. Basically, all those drops you see on the ground should no longer drop whenever a TNT explosion goes off. Actually, you know what? We'll keep that on because that's a part of normal Minecraft, and you know, I just want to see where it goes. Okay, the next one up on the chopping block here is a 13x13 cube. Let's go ahead and let's spawn this sucker in. You can see the first one was 343 blocks. Now this one is 1690 blocks. So I think this one is not like a perfect square, but you know, I wasn't really keeping track when I was making the commands. Yeah, there's no way this is perfect, but just for the fun of it. Oh yeah, I see where I went wrong with my command actually. That 3 is supposed to be a 6. I fail. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's do this here. Let's see what happens. Okay, blow up the mountainside. Yeah. So my frame rate is going to drop quite a bit here, and you're going to hear all kinds of noises. But even with that many blocks, like, it wasn't really that bad. You can see that the memory usage is spiking up a little bit, but this terrain is just kind of trashed now. And oh, there's no more cows. I'm so sorry, cows. I didn't mean to accidentally kill you all, but I totally did, and you're all totally dead now. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna summon some more of you guys. Actually, what I could do is summon cow. Can I do like 10? No, okay, so I can just do this. Okay, bam. I should like have a command block that's just constantly spawning these guys so they just are constantly ready to die. Anyways, let's go ahead and let's do one more command here, and then we're gonna mess around with this command some more by creating all kinds of explosions. So this one is a significant portion bigger than the previous one. So the rule of cubes and volumes and whatnot is totally coming into effect here. The last one was 1690 blocks. This one is 15,625 blocks. Like, if this isn't gonna scare you out of existence, I don't know what's gonna scare you out of existence. I don't want to scare you out of existence, but I do want to scare these cows out of existence. Okay, there's just so many of them, and they're just so ugly. Ugh. And if this does freeze up, I will be back in just a moment. Oh god, you can see it's working its magic, but the frame rate is 0. But it is going. It's going, baby. You can see in front of me. Like, it's totally going. And this would be a lot easier to see if I was actually hosting this on an actual server, because I could log off and log back in and the server would take its sweet time with this, but it's just kind of forced to do it live, you know, the way that it is. So that's why my frame rate's going to be so low. But the real question here is, what will happen? Now, you can see the RAM is spiking on the top right. So if I keep this going, man, it's just going to keep happening and happening and happening. So this will not be the last explosion we'll do. This will probably be the second to last explosion. So yeah, you can see the TNT is just everywhere. My frame rate's actually, And it looks like, okay, so now we are back. We are in the game. The TNT explosions are doing their little laggy thing where they sort of go off, but they sort of don't. This is something that happens every now and then. But yeah, we just gotta kind of sit here and wait for it. You can see the RAM usage is just spiking up really hard, actually. Like we're, you know, 4 gigabytes, 4.5, 5 gigabytes, something like that. But man, having 64 gigs of RAM, well, 48 dedicated in-game, is definitely helping out a lot. Bam! And you can even see there's a couple rogue pieces of gravel and sand just flying everywhere. There we go. Let's go ahead and let's regenerate these chunks. Yeah, I feel like taking out this mountain, guys. What do you guys think? You know what I should do? For a final explosion, I'm going to go ahead. Oh, God, the game was not going to like this. I was going to say, I'm going to surround this with TNT like this. But something tells me my game's not going to like this very much. But I don't care if my game's not going to like it. That's not what this is about. This is a science experiment. Okay, you guys know that we're doing science, right? This is like you're learning, okay? This should be used as credit for homework. I don't know how this should be used as credit for homework, but it should be, okay? Okay, oh, here we go. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're creating a ring of fire, so to speak. We are surrounding the mountain with TNT cubes. Now, I know that they're not all touching or anything like that, but I do believe that they are close enough where this is going to work out just fine. This is going to be fine, guys, right? Reassure me that this is going to be fine. Okay, so I do want you guys to keep in mind, too, that my RAM usage is now spiking into the 5 gigabyte range, which is a lot faster versus me just flying around trying to generate a lot of terrain. So, I don't know. What do you guys think is going to happen to this? Do you guys think? I think we all know what's going to happen to this, okay? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Hang on. Let's actually fill this with air. Okay, no, that's not one that I want. Okay, so I just sliced off a little bit of the top of the mountain. What I actually wanted to do is I just wanted to summon a whole bunch of cows. Okay, let's see here. Let's summon all the cows. Okay, bang, 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 bang. Let's actually summon them all up here, because, you know, like, we need to know what's going to happen to these cows. Okay, bang, 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 bang. Okay, here we go. More cows, more cows. Let's see how many, I think there's 1,300 entities loaded up on the world as well, so, yeah. Alright, so there we go. Got a mountain of cows here, and we have ourselves a mountain of doom. I may very well freeze and lag out at this, but I don't really care too much. I'm just gonna chill right here and stare at the explosion, baby. Yeah! 25,000 entities loaded. Oh my god. 40,000 entities are loaded in Minecraft. 50,000 entities are loaded. 51,000. Oh my god. It's amazing. It looks as if Minecraft is very slowly starting to catch up with itself here. The frame rate is still doing really odd things, such as freezing and skipping around a lot. But as you can see, like, things are starting to become noticeable. And if you look on the top right of the screen, the fact that we have 64 gigabytes of RAM is actually a really good thing right now. And it looks like the world has cleared up and we're back in 50 frames per second territory here. Oh my god. I was gonna say, did this really not explode? Like, that wouldn't make any sense at all. But yeah, the memory usage in-game climbed as high as like 30-something%. Look, you can see it, like 36% of 48 gigabytes of RAM loaded up with this TNT explosion, and I did not have to exit out of the game even once to pull this off. So that is pretty awesome. Now, I do think once everything is all said and done that I think maybe there might be more explosion here than meets the eye. But I think the TNT itself will only be able to go so far as well. So, you know, if this is the only damage here, then I wouldn't be overly surprised, I guess. But yeah, I mean, with 64 gigs of RAM, we pulled it off, guys. The TNT... Oh, I thought it was done. I really thought it was done, but it's not. But you know what? I'm okay with that because now we have smooth frame rates, you know, happy fun times. We had up to 60,000 entities loaded at once, and Minecraft did not crash. It did say not responding once, but it did come back to itself, so it's okay. Yeah, oh my god. You can see entities being flown around. If I look all around here, you can see this. Oh my god, yeah, the explosion area is much bigger than meets the eye here. It's pretty fantastic. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pause here for a little bit, and we will check out the final destruction. Is it done? Is it done? I think it might be done, guys. Oh my god, the TNT explosion has finally finished. It is 100% done, and look, we are at 34, 35 of percentage of RAM, 40%, wow, 38% of the memory used up. That is absolutely incredible. Let me go ahead and let me run a quick F3 and A here so that we can take a look at the destruction all around here. Like, it is pretty incredible how much damage that 140,625 cube, circle, ring, whatever of TNT caused. Because yes, that's how many TNT that was 140,625. I'm pretty sure that was like 9 cubes. I think. If not, it was over 100,000 anyways, and I'll be sure to have the correct number in the title. But yeah, guys, this was pretty cool, and we're back up to 118 frames per second with 1,500 entities loaded, which I assume has mostly to do with all of the drops that are loaded up here. Yeah. So anyways, guys, I hope you all have enjoyed. My name is Ant Venom, and I bid you all farewell, guys. Thanks so much for watching.